structure and marketing. He is an Austrian Ghanaian born and raised in Vienna, Austria. He has lived and visited over 40 countries. His educational background is in strategy, innovation, and management control, computer science, and business studies. In the last 6 years, he has been in Africa, predominantly in Ghana, working with startups, universities, and project partners, such as the United Nations Population Fund, and into Africa Trade for Initiative of the Africa Export-Import Bank. He is the co-founder and managing partner of Innovation Spark. For over a decade, Mr. Newton Acquah has worked for and held key positions in multinational organizations such as Siemens in Austria, multinational engineering SME. Currently, he serves as the National Project Coordinator for Ghana of the Netherlands Trust Fund project. With a hand of applause, we want to welcome Mr. Isaac Newton Acquah to do his first presentation.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I'm just checking with the projection team if they are okay. Whilst we wait, let me not waste time. I'm here to talk to you today about how to use your talents. All right? We're talking about Africa transformation. I want to start with a verse in the Bible that talks about one would chase 1,000 and two would chase 10,000, right? The power of working together brings more. They talk about against one man can be overcome, two can resist him, but a three-chord chord can't be broken, right? And it talks the power of the benefit of working together. And that's what we really need to do as Africans. Right? That's the key thing that we need to take away, that together we can achieve. How do we compare ourselves to Europe and to other places? They work together. One of the things I wanted to highlight was the impact of winter. We often just hear winter when it comes to Christmas, the dashing through the snow, jingle bells, those kind of Christmas songs. But most of us haven't really experienced winter. I think winter is one of the key reasons the Europeans know how to work together. Because for a period of 4 to 5 months, nothing grows. We're blessed here in Ghana where today you have contemporary, tomorrow you have yam, the next day plantain. But imagine for 5 months, there's nothing. One of the key words that kept being repeated is think and looking ahead, think and looking ahead. And with winter, the Europeans have to, because you have to plan 8 months in advance. Otherwise, there's no food to eat. No food for you, no food for your cattle, no food for anything. And by having to think that far ahead, they have to plan, they have to forecast, and they have to work together. Because now it's not just in your own interest, but your whole village, your town, your country will perish if you don't plan right. For us, you have a bad season with yam, doesn't matter, plantain is growing, you go eat that. There's no plantain, no yam, you have mango, or you go to tomatoes, right? Over there, for a whole period of 8 months, there's no extra food, so you have to plan all the way in advance, right? So I'm here to talk about business, but this planning aspect is such a key part of it. Did anyone here go to Infantipim school? Nobody? Does anybody know the slogan of Infantipim? Please loud, please loud. And what does it mean? Look ahead. Think and look ahead. Thank you very much. Please, I want some interaction. So I'll be asking questions and I want you to get involved, right? Look and think ahead. And that is such a fundamental issue that we need to do, right? If we want to monetize our skills, we need to think and then look ahead. We had critical thinking on the screen before. That's such an important part of what we need. Critical thinking enables us to analyze the situation, and looking ahead allows us to see how various things can be done, right? So those are key different fundamental aspects that we need to think about and use in how we do business. I'm just checking with the tech team. Or do you want my laptop? Do you want my laptop? Okay. The slides. Anyway. So, where should I start from then? Looking and thinking ahead. So I've been asked to look at a few key areas of how we can do that. So I guess you all had breakfast this morning, right? I had cocoa in the original way. Went to a vendor by the street side, large containers, dipping plastic cups into it, put into plastic bags, got it for 1 or 2 cedis, right? Cocoa has been served this way for only God knows how long. There's no innovation. Or there was no innovation until Cocoa King came along. Cocoa King took the food we know and decided, let me brand it and present it in a new way. And now we have cocoa being sold for 5 cedis, but it comes with a nice bread, it comes with margarine, it comes sealed in nice styrofoam cups so you don't burn your hand whilst you're trying to drink it, right? That's the kind of critical thinking that local entrepreneurs are now taking into account. So we're looking at emerging business opportunities. And I could tell you all these really cool things. In fact, later today, there's an IoT, Internet of Things event happening. We're talking about tech of the future. They're talking about drones. They're talking about cybersecurity, blockchain, Bitcoin. I could go into all of that. But we have fundamental things we're doing every day that can be disrupted with new thinking. Cocoa King is one. We have companies like Skin Gourmet. Have you heard of them? They're a cosmetics brand here in Ghana. I'm hoping people will put their hands up and not be shy. I see small nodding, but Skin Gourmet, who has heard of them? Okay, a few people. Thank you. I'm getting some feedback. Good. But a lot of you then need to go look out because we'll be still using our shea butter in these large, unscented means. But Skin Gourmet has taken the products we use every day, and just branded better. And now they're selling around the world. So these are simple opportunities that we can use to get products we use and make money internationally. It's about packaging, it's about branding, but that takes thought and think ahead of where do you want to go, how do you want to sell, to who do you want to sell. Other very interesting developments are things like the bathing sponge we use on a daily basis. So if we can start from here. The bathing sponges we use on a daily basis, those are now being packaged. You buy them on the street for what, 5 cedis? Right? You know the sponges, 5 cedis. They're being sold in America for $20. I see eyes opening. You can now buy these things, go home, put them in some nice plastic and ship to America and make money. People are suffering saying there's no money in the system. make money, right? So there are new emerging things we can use, but there's simple things that exist right here, right now, that we're not taking advantage of. Another example is Ghana. Although we have so much fertile land, we still import $100 million worth of tomatoes every year from Burkina Faso. I'm not talking about what we import from Ivory Coast or Benin or from other places. From Burkina Faso, $100 million worth of tomatoes. If you want to make money, get into farming. Please, can you press next? Or can I have a clicker? Let's go. Can you go back? Back. 2 more. Thank you. So, little drops of water make the mighty ocean. That is a proverb that's mentioned in Europe quite often. But I feel that over here in Africa, please, sir. Boss. Little drops of water evaporate, right? And this is necessary, and I say this because we have so many people doing small efforts, but it's not until we come together that can we make a difference. And that's the big factor. One more. I mentioned Europe, winter. This is how winter looks like. Can you imagine for 5 months, this is it. Temperature like your deep freezer, minus 80 degrees, nothing grows. So you have to really plan ahead for anything to work. So this is me, Newton Acquah, studied at the University of Warwick in the UK, and then did my master's in strategy, innovation, and management control in Austria. And yeah, the last couple of years, I've worked with these agencies in Ghana, in Nigeria, mostly in the business field. Right? So that's the angle I'm approaching today. Thank you very much, team, for a quick fix. So look and think ahead. Thank you very much, sir. And it's such a critical message. And this was the first school run by Africans in Ghana, by the way, just for a little bit of history knowledge as well. So emerging opportunities. Albert Einstein talks about imagination is more important than knowledge. He's the second best scientist after Isaac Newton. And he talks about how knowledge is what is finite, what we know. But imagination is what we still don't know. And can you imagine a scientist that's all about knowledge, right? All about facts, E equals mc squared. He is telling us that imagination is more important. And that's what we need. We need imagination. We need thinking. We need thinking outside the box. We need to play with the box, right? So another key fact to remember is that almost 60% of the population is under 25. We have a huge youth population, right? So for anything you do, just think about that at the back of your heads. So what do you see? What is it? Right? So you've all just failed. I've stressed imagination. We've talked about thinking, right? All you see is a polythene bag, and this is what's wrong with us. We don't have imagination to think far. I know I feel like I'm insulting you all, but other people see this. They see a hat. They see fashion. They see pillowcase. We only see bag. This Ghana Must Go bag is selling in the UK for £20. The bag itself. The fashion, I don't even want to know the price. But that's the opportunities that exist. I mentioned the cloth. People selling it just wrapped up in polythene plastic. But it's not going for your 5 CDs you get on the street. Tomatoes, 100 million import a year. If you have a small patch of land, grow tomatoes, you'll make money. I had to put made in Ghana, because this is actually made in Ghana. Look how beautiful these products are. This is the standard we can get to. This is the standard people are already at. But it takes deliberate effort, coming together, critically thinking to build products like this and take it to another step and go further. I had Coco King, I was talking about Coco this morning, right? Now, another area I want to talk about is converting talent and education into money. So, there's a studio called DNX Studio that built this design here, all right? I'm not sure there's enough internet to show the video, but we all have phones, right? I'd like us all to go to this website, slide.do. I have some questions to ask. So if we can all go there and put in the code AFRO. So if you're there, put in the code AFRO, and then you see some questions, and I'm going to get us to watch a quick video. I want you to see and answer the question I have there. This is a 3D animation walkthrough of a building. So can you all see the question on the Slido? Yeah? You put in Afro? So, from what country did this come from? So type your answer and press send. From what country did this come from? This is a 3D animated concept of a building. You can walk around, you can see what's there, the swim pool, what rooms are available, what's already occupied. What country did this come from? Please put in your answers quickly. We'll have a look. I see 9 answers only. 10, 11. I think there are more than 50 people here, 100 people. Okay, I'll stop there. Oh, wow. People are saying Ghana. I'm surprised, but happy. Ghana, USA, Netherlands. But yes, the correct answer is Ghana. This was made here in Ghana. Next question. What's the highest level degree of the person in the team, or the people in the team? Does someone in the team have a PhD? Does someone in the team have a master's, a bachelor's? Are they still in school, or do they have no degree? So select one. The same Slido, you should see next question. I see some PhDs, some masters, no degree. Eesh. Thank you for the interaction. I'll give it one more minute. Okay, bachelors seem to be winning. Bachelors seem to be winning. Last minute, last vote. So here we have it. Majority of people think it's a bachelor's, at least has a bachelor's degree. The people who said no degree are correct. What I just showed you was built by one person, not a team. One person who unfortunately didn't have enough money to go to university. He didn't have enough money to do a skill training course, so he taught himself how to do architectural design, how to do animation, how to use multiple programs, and built that. So when I'm here to try to teach you about what talent and education you need, I need to rephrase it, right? Converting talent and education into money is wrong. It's about converting talent and dedication. Education is now irrelevant. I have a master's. I like to boast about it. I like to mention it when I speak, but it's irrelevant. I know people who have a language degree in French, but they're working in investment banking. And what does investment banking have to do with languages? It's about your dedication to learn the field and apply yourself. It's about falling and picking yourself up, falling again and picking yourself up. And I say this very critically, but out of love, that in Ghana we're very soft people. And it's part of our charm. We're very hospitable, we'll be very accommodating, we're very nice, but we're also very soft when it comes to challenges. I lived in Nigeria for 6 months. And comparing the Uber drivers in Ghana to the Uber drivers in Nigeria, there's no comparison. In Ghana, an Uber driver is an Uber driver. They'll take you from A to B, and that's it. In Nigeria, as soon as you sit down, the Uber driver will hand you his business card. Dear sir, I drive, but I also do painting. I also do PHP. I had a long conversation once with one Uber driver, and we're talking about finance. I'm like, wow, you know quite a lot. He's like, oh yes, I work at a bank. Monday to Friday, I work at a bank. On the weekends, I drive Uber. That's hustling. We don't have that hustle culture here at all. And that's what we need. So we always complain, oh, Nigerians are making all this money, Nigerians have unicorn companies, because they hustle. We need to hustle. One startup founder was talking about her journey to get investment. Usually you talk to an investor, you ask for the money, one will say no, you go to the second one, they say no, you go to a third one, maybe. This person had to go to talk to 79 different investors before she got her money. Would you have gone all that way, or would you have stopped after 10 and said, no one wants to give me money? That's what I talk about, dedication. If we want to get somewhere, we need to be dedicated. Enough to keep going when things are hard, when things are not working in our favor. And that's what we need. So this guy here, black man, Ghanaian black man, has artwork in space. His artwork was shipped, blasted off, we should say rather, by Jeff Bezos. So you can be here and doing international grand things with talent and dedication and getting recognized. This Italian company is the first Italian unicorn, first Italian startup worth over $1 billion. And if you look at the date, right, that happened just 3 days ago, 23rd of February. That's the first time Italy has a unicorn. Meanwhile, here in Africa, we have several. So we keep having this narrative of how do we catch up to the Europeans, when in some cases we're already far ahead. The way we even think is wrong. We need to change our thinking. Right? And it's not education, but it's knowledge that is power. And these are 3 books I can highly recommend for anybody who wants knowledge to get them further. The first book is a classic read by most leaders, Think and Grow Rich. And notice the first word is think. That's a classic book I can only recommend. Gary Vee, he is one of the most inspirational speakers. He's a businessman with multiple businesses, but he's also a public speaker. And his book, Crushing It, talks about how to use different social media tools to make it, right? Really, really recommend it, because now, as we all know, social media is life. Everything we do is on social media. And business is run by and steered by social media. And the last one is the 12 Sales Secrets. This is written by Ghanaian Daniel Sarpong, also known as Africa's greatest sales coach. He's an inspiration to follow. If you don't want to buy the book, just go follow him on social media. You will learn so much from the knowledge he drops. Even just this. People always talk about they can't make sales. It's not true that no one wants to buy from you. The truth is they don't know you even exist. And if they know you exist, they don't know what value you're trying to bring into their lives. And that's the truth, right? So follow him, but look at these other books. You will learn a lot from them. So last part is about leveraging e-commerce to make money, right? To grow your value. Now, e-commerce, I'll break it down. There are lots of different types of e-commerce. WooCommerce, for anybody who has a website, like a WordPress, you can actually build your own e-commerce platform on your website. You can buy this, I think it's less than $50 a year, and now you can be selling to anyone, anywhere. I've told you the secret. I usually charge $100, I go build it for you, but no, it's there. Theme Forest, you go buy, you plug it in. There are a few tech people here I know, Christians in the building somewhere, can help you do it, right? It is not too complicated, but you can easily make your own website an e-commerce platform. You want to sell knowledge? You want to put a guide together on how to style hair? Put it up, 20 CDs, boom. How to dress fashionable, boom. Where to get the best jollof, boom. Put up your guides. If you make products, you can put them there and sell. The other large e-commerce, Meta, now the mother company of Facebook, is a new wave of commerce called social commerce. Who here found out about today's program on someone's status? On an IG status, on a WhatsApp status? Can I see some hands up? Okay, I see hands. You know, that same method, if you put your product there, it will lead to a sale. I have a nice batik. Oh, I like it. Can I buy? Boom, sale. There is no mystery or secret to selling. E-commerce is something we all use every day, but we don't realize we can be using it to making sales. And then obviously the big ones, Jumia, getting your product listed on a platform like that, or Amazon. And all these platforms want you to be there, because every time you sell, they're making money. So they want you to make money, so they make money. Jeff Bezos, now second richest man in the world, is making money because people are selling stuff, and he's making a small commission every time they sell. That's how he makes money. By helping people get rich, he's now the second richest man on earth. Right? These are the e-commerce platforms that I can recommend you use to make money. Right? But there's more. The metaverse. This new wave of emerging technologies, which is even why Facebook changed the name to Meta. The metaverse is this new, well, I say new, but it's already here, right? And we're catching on and we're already late. Because not even millions, but billions of dollars are being made in the metaverse. So another Ghanaian sitting here in Ghana, and I just want to point out, that's him just sitting, drawing. He's an NFT artist, like a painter, but digital painter, and selling things in Web3, in the metaverse. Simple guy, really cool guy, Ahmed Party. If you like NFTs and want to learn more, I recommend you follow him. And he creates works like this. I know salaries range in Ghana, but I think 30,000 Ghana cedis a year is a pretty good salary, Who's okay with 30,000, 40,000 a year? Okay salary? Who says it's an okay salary for a year? Nobody? 50,000 is okay? Okay, this is a big thing. They want 100,000. They want 100,000. But he's setting a single piece of art for around that amount. I see eyes opening. Can you imagine? You sit at home, no traffic, no fighting truckers, no high gas fee. You sit there, you draw, you get to live out your passion. You put it up, you make a sale. I mean, yes, it's years of experience and dedication and talent. But now I don't want to put all his business out there, but now he's making some serious money. In this Ghana, he's not going to Abuja, he's not going to New York, to California, to Paris. He's sitting here in Ghana and making international currency, hard currency, from art. Selling on platforms called Open Seas. Now, it's quite crazy, right? But in January, last month, on Open Seas, which is one of the biggest platforms, not the only one, but one of the biggest platforms, they generated $4 billion of sales. In December, it was over 2 billion. November, over 2 billion dollars of sales of this kind of NFT art. So if you now have any design skill, it's no longer doctor, engineer, lawyer. It's designer, animator, cartoonist. That's where the money is now. And it's now looking for interesting platforms like Open Seas, like Rare, like Collectible, where you have access to an international market. And I mean, this is $1 billion, not Ghana cedis, and not 100,000, billion. I can't wait to see what February is going to look like. And the question is, are you making money yet, or are you complaining that you have no money? So just to wrap it up, what do you see? Right? And I always ask this question because people see an iceberg, and after a while they realize, oh, actually, there's only a little bit above the surface. There's a lot that lies below the surface. And I'm just giving you a little insight into what is there to spark thought, to spark and make you start to think about what could be there. But there's a lot that has to be done. People usually like to see success, but they don't realize that behind success is it's not even a secret formula. It's the formula for success, right? It's hard work, it's persistence, it's late nights. No matter what you're doing and where you're in the world. It's not even just a Ghana thing or Nigeria thing. You can be in London, you can be in Austria, you can be in Germany, in Japan. It's the same formula that's used. Talent, dedication, application of the talent and dedication, hard work, consistency. So I've come to give you this talk to get you to think. I'm hoping now you look at the skills you have and want to think ahead and see, do I have what it takes? Right? There was a verse I wanted to give earlier. King Solomon, the wisest man on earth, in Ecclesiastes, I think it's 9:11, he starts off with saying, there's something else I have realized under the sun. And imagine, this is a guy who's super wise. Imagine he has all the counsel around him. He's read every single book. And he's now reflecting. There's something else I have seen under the sun. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. And he gives this whole list of things where you're like, no, actually, no, you're wrong. The race is for the swift. The battle is for the strong. The wise should have food. But no, it's not to them. Time and chance happen to them all. Time and chance happen to Ghanaians as well. And to Africans, for that matter. The question is, are we prepared to take advantage of that time and chance? So this is me, Newton Acquah. You can follow me on all socials. And as mentioned, I'm also now working with the